Hi and welcome to the RC Retro channel. As promised, something huge has made its way to the channel and I'm talking about the Kyosho USA-1. Damn, look at the size of these tires, they're ginormous. You know, I put these on one of my previous episodes on my channel and everybody was like, oh, the channel's getting a clodbuster. I'm sorry, you were wrong, but a clodbuster will eventually be making its way onto the channel in a future episode. But for right now, we're just gonna focus on this badass truck right here, which was based on a real-life monster truck, the USA-1, driven by Everett Jasmer.
Lips out. Oh, good lead by Green on the start line. Lips out drives the comeback. Horsepower is his favorite. Look at this. USA-1 flexing its muscle.
Which was actually a monster truck that I rooted for as a kid. I remember on Saturday mornings, I would go to the TV and of course I'd watch my Saturday morning cartoons. And then right after I would be switching around and I would make my way over to ESPN. And then of course it'd be monster truck racing. And you'd see the USA-1 running against Bigfoot, running against Gravedigger. And I actually liked the USA-1. Most people were into Gravedigger, but I liked the USA-1 and I rooted for this. So when it finally became an RC car in the early 90s, and I would get the Tower hobby catalog, and I opened it up and I saw this for the first time. I was like, as a kid, yo, I gotta get this. Only problem was it was $269. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money now. It's a lot of money as a kid. There's no way I was gonna be able to afford one of these. And so I ended up begging my grandfather to get a monster truck, and I got the High Rider Corvette that you see back over here, which I'll talk about a little bit more later on in the video. Back to the USA-1. So when Kyosho released this, this was based on the same chassis as the Double Dare. This was four-wheel drive, four-wheel steering, and had dual motors in it. Now the Double Dare also had dual motors in it as well, but it had smaller tires. I mean, the tires on the Double Dare were pretty big. They're the same size as the ones you see over here on the High Rider Corvette. However, Kyosho went a little crazy with the size of the tires that are on it. So to accommodate these bigger tires, Kyosho had to take the knuckles that you see over here and extend them out. This actually proved to be a major weakness for the USA-1, as these would often crack, as well as the hubs that the wheels would be on. So if you owned one of these back in the day, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because chances are you probably broke a knuckle or a hub or repeatedly broke them. And so a slew of aftermarket parts came out for these that are made out of aluminum. And about 3 years ago, when I first got back into the hobby, there was a gentleman by the name of JConcepts who made a whole bunch of aluminum upgrades for this truck. However, since then, he's kind of vanished into thin air. Don't know what happened to him, can't get in touch with him. He actually is the one who painted my High Rider Corvette over here. I've emailed him, I've called him, and got no response, and his store is no longer on eBay. So if you know what happened to the gentleman who had the eBay store, JConcepts, and made all the aftermarket parts out of aluminum for, I believe, clodbusters also, and the USA-1, hit me up with a comment and let me know, because I would love to get some of those aluminum hubs, because that is the reason why the tires are not on. When I got this shipped to me, I had all four hubs on here, and as I put this side on, both tires, as I was tightening it, cracked the hubs, basically disintegrated. And so luckily I was able to source a whole new set from one of my favorite sellers online, Optima Heaven. He had these, sent them to me right away so I can get them for this episode, and I'm a little hesitant to put them on, but I'm about to, and just so you can see the whole truck with the tires. But I just wanted to prove a point that, you know, that was one of the major downfalls of this truck. So I'll get those on in a second, get the tires on so you get the whole effect of here. But as I said, based on the same chassis as the Double Dare, this was the upper echelon of monster trucks put out by Kyosho, and then right beneath it was the Double Dare. Same chassis and everything, just, you know, smaller knuckles and smaller tires on there. And then right beneath that, you had your two-wheel drive Kyosho Car Crusher Series monster trucks. The Big Boss, the Big Brute, the High Rider Corvette, all of which I couldn't afford as a kid, except for the High Rider Corvette, which out of all of them was the cheapest and was always the black and white advertisement in the back of the catalog. And then finally went on sale for like $89.99. Not a lot of love given to the High Rider Corvette. Never had its color advertisement in the catalogs. Like I said, always banished to the back with a little square advertisement. And so I was like, yo, I can afford $89, or at least my grandfather said he could afford $89, and that's what I got back in the day right there. So I have to say it's very cool looking, very slow, but it was my first restoration, and it's near and dear to my heart. So as for this, always wanted it as a kid, and, you know, rooted for it in real life on the monster truck races, and I'm very happy that I've finally been able to add one of these to my collection. Now, the body on the USA-1 is a 1990 Chevy Silverado body, and from what I could see here in person, it is very highly detailed. You have this really, really nice grille in the front over here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Chevy badging, or the Chevy bow tie actually, etched into it like the early Clodbusters did. It is a Chevy sticker that is just placed on here. But as far as all the chrome pieces, there's really no pitting or chipping of the chrome pieces, and that is probably the best part of this truck, because they are really, really hard to come by, especially ones that are in this condition right over here. So I really lucked out. Front and rear bumpers are great. The light bar back over here, the motor up here, I couldn't be happier. A little dusty, I'll just wipe them off. They'll clean up nicely, and the same for the body as well. The body is painted in pearl white, just like the actual USA-1. Our original stickers are on here. Sticker placement is not the greatest. There's actually a couple stickers that are missing, like the actual USA-1 logo over here with the star. Whoever put these stickers on just put the American flag ribbon going down over here, and I don't know why they didn't put the rest of it on, but either way, I'm going to leave the stickers as is, because this is original, excellent condition, and I don't want to mess with it. Other than me just wiping it down and cleaning it up, I'm going to leave it as is. So as far as the body goes, super pleased with that. Super pleased with that. All right, let me get the wheels and tires on so you can get the full effect. Wow, look at the size of this thing with these wheels and tires on here. Oh my goodness. Just to give you an idea, hold on a second. Here is the Kyosho High Rider Corvette from the Kyosho Monster Truck series that has the same size wheels and tires as, let's say, the Big Boss, Big Brute, and the Double Dare. And let's compare them to the USA-1. These things are like twice the size as these. Now you can imagine why, using the same parts for here all the way up to the Double Dare, and then for wheels and tires as big as the ones on here, were basically a major weakness. And you have those knuckles and hubs snapping all the time. And as I was tightening up the tires on here to put onto those wheel hubs, it almost sounded like one snapped. It didn't. I was like holding my breath, like, please don't break, please don't break. So as soon as it started to tighten up and it got tight, I just left it alone. I didn't over tighten. Definitely don't over tighten. Don't need anything breaking. Now, am I going to run this? Yeah, I'm eventually going to run this. I'm not going to go crazy with jumping it, but I'm going to get some action footage. I don't think we'll go airborne with this because I really don't want to break any of the parts on here. But it will be in the follow-up video. Speaking about that, so what do we have underneath? Like I said, it was the same chassis as the Big Brute all the way down to the Big Boss. Did I say Big Brute? Same chassis as the Double Dare, with a gearbox in the front and the rear with dual motors, and has the same chassis going all the way down to the Big Boss, Big Brute, and the High Rider Corvette, minus the gearbox in the front. Friction shocks, you have 8 of them on here. Also, it is independent suspension, and came with a mechanical speed controller, However, I don't have the wires to connect from the mechanical speed control to the heat sink over here. But I'm gonna be replacing that anyway. So no motors came with this, and I am missing the front and the rear motor cap that goes over the other side. So I'm gonna have to source those, and I was missing the entire steering servo saver in here, but I was able to find one from a gentleman overseas who shipped it to me, so I should be receiving that any day. As far as the plans, well, this originally had, when it was sold, the two Kyosho mega motors for the front and the rear. Again, hard to come by. The owner who sold this to me supplied me with two 17-turn Gould brushed motors, some Gould RC brushed motors. So I'm gonna throw those in here. I just got to get myself a pinion, a same size pinion for the front and for the rear. And because you're running two motors, you're gonna need a ESC that allows you to run two motors. And I believe this is the right one because this is also what the owner supplied me with. Well, the let's see, who is this? A Hobbywing quick run crawler brush electronic speed control. I think this is the right ESC that I can use for two motors. We'll see. Also, interestingly enough, the original USA-1 came with metal bushings. So right here, of course, your number one upgrade, Fast Eddie's ball bearings. So I'm gonna get these in as well. So yes, I'm gonna get this up and running eventually in another video and get some action footage of it out. Not going too crazy because we don't want to break anything, but yeah, man, this thing is heavy. It doesn't even have the motors or any of that stuff or a battery in it. Careful, I don't want to drop it on the desk over here. Have something snap. All right. About 3 weeks after I purchased this, because remember, I did get this a few weeks ago. I just, I'm shooting the video now. About 2 or 3 weeks after I purchased this, announced by JConcepts that they were coming out with a USA-1 body, and it was actually so that you could take a clodbuster and turn it into a USA-1 with the body, or run it on like the axial rock crawlers and take the body off of those and put like the USA-1 body on. And of course, if it fits the clodbuster, it should fit this. Actually, I reached out to a few people and asked if they thought that it would fit, and they said yes. So I ordered it, and it is here. And here it is. And interestingly enough, the USA-1 had a variety of different bodies that they used over the course of the years. This one, back in the day, the 1990 Chevy Silverado body, but JConcepts re-released the 1970 Chevy body that you see right over here. Comes with a variety of different grills, not the chrome ones like here, just a sticker to put on. So you have your choice of which one you'd like to put on. And I'll throw this on here for right now. Very, very nice sticker set. I didn't even open this up when I got it. Let's open it up live right now on camera. So you got stickers in here, but you have, oh, these are nice. Wow. They're like a metallic, like red, like a nice metallic ruby red. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. Look at those. So this body will be painted, of course, the pearl white, which I already got the paint for, and the bed will be done in black, and I'll get these very, very nice stickers on there for the USA-1. So looking forward to that. Wow, this is beautiful. Really nice stickers. Very nice. All right, cool, cool, cool. So I'll have two bodies for my USA-1. So the original, and then the re-release of the 1970 body you see here from JConcepts. So I'm looking at it right now, it's sitting on here, and I think this will fit perfectly. It's like lining up nicely, the wheel arches over the tires. So All right. So, of course, that's about it for this episode. We went over a lot, but be expecting a follow-up video on the USA-1. So I just want to say thank you for watching the whole video. I know it was a lengthy one. I did a lot of talking. Sorry. But I promise there will be a follow-up action video on this. So, all right, everyone. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye now.